All right, guys, we are going to cook some fish and shrimp on the truck. All right, it's the Ubiest of the Tubiest, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you. And I'm 50 plus. We're going to make some fish and shrimp on the truck. Earlier video, we prepped the fish and shrimp for the cook, so the cooking part of this video is going to be relatively short. But before we do that, let's get some trucking business out of the way. So you guys know that I was from the previous video. First off, I was a little excited, so my language is very colorful, so excuse that. Not all the way though, because you know I'm gonna drop some F-bombs, but I was rampant with them because I was kind of pumped. Okay, anyway, how am I getting these type of loads? So basically, there's a couple of different type of drivers, and I'm the kind of driver that's going to get those good loads. So what happened was I had gotten to my final, and I finished the load, and I asked for the next load to be updated because they hadn't put a load on me yet. And I went to a truck stop that wasn't very far away and parked. And about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I hadn't gotten a load yet, so I went to sleep. And finally I got a message from my the driver leader. She says, hey, you know, there's not a whole lot of loads out there, but I'm gonna there's one that's gonna move you to a better location so we can, you know, possibly get you some better loads and get you rolling. And I said, okay, cool, throw it on me. And so she put the load on me, and it was 40 miles deadhead and 140 or 144, something like that, to the final. And it was all in a one-day kind of thing, and it was actually for pickup 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now this happened at about actually it was longer than that, because you know what, I woke up and delivered, and I was at that final at about 4 o'clock this morning. So I was actually parked and had been waiting for a while. Okay, and so when they send that to me, I said, cool, shit, I'll fix to get it. And only 40 miles to the shipper, and I looked on Trucker's Path, and that was a truck stop about 6 miles from the customer. So I drove over there. I got out of sleep and drove over there and parked again, went back to sleep. Okay, but I wasn't in the sleep quite that long. Okay, I went off duty, so a lot of that time went against the 14, not against 11 at all. Right, so now the load, well, I did the video and I started prepping and everything for the fish and shrimps. I figured I was going to be there for relatively 24 hours. Okay, because my pickup was 6 miles away. Okay, so I got out of the truck, started washing the shrimp and stuff off, and bling, 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 the Qualcomm went off, and I was like, what the hell? So I finished, and I walked inside, my phone started ringing, and it was my driver leader. She said, hey, I took that shitload off of you. She didn't call it shitload. She just said, hey, I took that load off of you. You know, I got a better load for you, and as it turns out, the load they assigned me to is a 1,400-mile run. It's actually a team run load, and it's got to go to Laredo, Texas. Yeah, okay, and the it's good for me. It ain't gonna end up on this week. It's gonna end up on next week. But what got me all excited is the fact that I can get it there on the night of the first day of next pay period, which means I'll start the week with 1,400 miles. That's pretty good. That means I'll end up with somewhere around 4,000 miles. That's pretty goddamn good. Okay, so how I get those loads? It's because the way I run. Okay, I bust it, bro. I don't shit around. I don't piss around. I don't mess around in the sleep. I don't take long ass breaks. I don't stop 10 times and all that shit. I run. So how do I run? Let's say, for instance, what I did today. They gave me that load. I don't give a shit if it's 1,400 miles or 140 miles. I treat them all the same. So I got out of sleeper. I'd only been in there for about an hour, but I got out of sleep and I drove to the shipper. That way, I would only be six miles away, and I would start my clock. I would wake up out of the 10-hour break, and which would have been about 24 hours. But anyways, I got up. Let's just say it was a typical run, and at 10 hours and 1 minute, I'm coming out of the sleep and going on duty for a pre-trip. Then I'm gonna drive that 6 miles, pick that load up, and I'm gonna start running it. And I'm gonna run it until my DOT clock say you've driven for your 8 hours, or your 8 hours on duty time is up, and you take a 30-minute break. I'm gonna pull over to a rest area. I rarely go to a truck stop to do a 30. It's generally a flat spot or a rest area, and I look for rest areas. Okay, that keep me out of trouble with Swift. They don't like that side of the road shit. So I go off duty for about 30-minute break. 30 minutes, 30 plus 1 minute. At 31 minutes, I'm pushing them buttons in, and I'm gonna take that fuel pedal and push it through the floor. And I'm running. And I'm gonna run until I get to my my stop, where I'm gonna stop for the night. And it's gonna be with about 30 to 45 minutes left on my clock. And then I'm gonna get up in the morning at 10 hours and 1 minute. And I'm gonna do the same thing again. So, again, the question is, how am I getting these loads? Because you think Swift don't see that? I'm gonna tell you what happened. They had this load, it was late. They couldn't get a team. They couldn't find a team to get that load. So they looked in the area, see what trucks they had in the area, and bam, 50 plus. Why? My truck is flagged just like any other truck is flagged, but my truck ain't flagged red. Okay? They look at it and they say, this dude runs on average 550 miles a day. Give it to him, because they know I'm gonna get it there. So let's just say you didn't do that. Let's say your habits was different. You know, your 10 hours is up, but you stay in the bunk for another 2 or 3 hours. Then you get up and go eat breakfast for another hour and a half. So now your rest break really wasn't 10 hours, it was closer to 13, maybe 14 hours. Then you go start running, and a little bit into it, stretch my legs, so you pull over. But you don't go to a rest area, you go to a truck stop. And anytime you go to a truck stop, you ain't gonna be no quick break. It just ain't gonna be. I mean, it takes you a minute to get in there. It takes you a little while to park. Then you got to go inside. That's why you went over there. By the time you make your truck, that little bitty break took an hour out your time, so you running. But now doing that off time, it ate up to 30. So it's the clock gonna tell you, the DOT clock gonna tell you that you can take a 30. You're not a ticket while you went to do this little old stretch your legs, right? So a little while into the drive, you do it again. Because you didn't get the 30, right? Because you think you didn't, but you did. So then you run some more. And then you stop and you do it again. This is typical. This is typical. This is why when Swift, or any company, not just Swift, they get to a situation, they don't choose you. Because your driving habits is not, it doesn't mimic success, okay? And mine does. I run. So remember, I did a run this morning early, dropped off, and then parked. Then I did that video, okay? The run that I made this morning, again, I'm on top of it. Y'all know I'm right on top of my loads when I stop. I don't stop way the hell away from my customer and then get up and start running again. It takes too much time, because then when you hit your final, you don't have a whole lot of time to go start the next load or even go pick it up. So I don't do that. I drive till I'm on top of the customer. I don't park way the hell away from the customer, 200 miles away. Shit, no. Not unless it's just unavoidable. Okay? So that being said, I want you to look at a couple things. Here we go. First thing I want you to see, look how many miles I ran today. Even after all of that shit, look how many miles I ran today. Okay? This is the next thing I want you to see. Look at that. We recognize this will be late. See that? And it should have been a team load, and it's late, and they gave it to me. So let's see. Come on. I wanted you to see that I wasn't bullshitting you. You see, no. Hold on. Look at that. Loaded miles. 1,414 miles, 73 miles empty. So when you add that together, that's 1,480 miles. The 412, that's when it's got to be there. Okay. 1,480 miles for a single driver. And they put it on me. I did that for all of y'all who may not, maybe you new subscriber, you don't know me very well. Think, oh, that dude lying. Look, you just saw it. On this channel, we don't bullshit, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, because guess what? Eventually, just like your other YouTube truckers, you get it. They lie to you, tell you a bunch of bullshit, and eventually you see they shit cave in. No, you lied. Eventually, your lie is gonna come bite you in the face, but it ain't ever gonna bite me because I have no reason to lie. But I'm gonna show you every time. Back my goddamn words up with some proof. Think about that shit. You got to drive better than 500 miles a day to get that load there on time. And remember, you don't have all day on the 12th. I think it was right next to it. You back the video up and look. Right next to that 12 is going to say 8:30. 8:30 a.m. So you don't have all day on the 12th. You don't have till 12 o'clock in the morning. I mean 8:30 in the morning on the 12th. So your running's got to be done on the 11th. Tomorrow's the 10th. It's 1,400 miles. And they gave it to me. And we gonna get there on time. Because I don't bullshit. So how do I get these? is because I actually run, I actually work. And they watching, man. They know everything these trucks do. They know their driver's tendencies. And they know who they can count on. So when shit happened, I was screwed. I was fixing to not have much for the, not only much for the week, but not even enough to really start the next week off with. They say, hey, that dude there, run. So feed his ass. That's how we're, oh man, these people got their favorites. I get so sick of hearing that shit. Why you not a favorite? Because you lazy as hell. That's why. You think there's all these trucking companies out here, they all, want only, shit people, They don't want no favorites, I bet you every last one of them want every one of their drivers to be their favorite. What if Prime or CLM, KLLM, or whoever it is, what if all of them drivers ran like I ran? What if Swift had drivers that all of them run the way I run? You think that they would be tickled pink? Shit, yeah. So you think that they would want to keep me around here? Shit, yeah. So you think they really want me to be sitting on a run 24 hours waiting off duty to run 140 miles? That's why I might get the good loads. You want them? Get up off your ass and hustle. Now, let's cook. Guys, again, this video is not going to be as detailed as my other videos because this is a blackening. I'm blackening the fish. You see, I just got some Zatarans blackening, and it is really good. Okay, so there's my fish fillet. Be liberal with it. Cover it really good with the blackening season, and then we're going to lay it on our griddle. It's smoking because you got to get it really hot. Okay, then I'm going to put some butter on it, and as soon as the butter gets on there, the butter is going to want to start melting and burning. So you put the butter down there, and then you lay the fish down. Let it stay on there for about 2 minutes. Flip to the other side. Do it 2 minutes, and the fish should be done. Okay, so you won't see me doing all of that. It's because it's too. You got to really be on it, and I can't camera it and watch it, all at the same time. Right now, the skillet is about to burn up, so I'm gonna do it, and what you're gonna see next is the fish done. Okay, then we'll start on the shrimp. Okay, guys, you see that the fish is on the griddle, and it's cooking. So in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and get started on the shrimp. Okay. Look, the fish is turning out pretty good. I flipped it. It's still cooking on the other side. I'm gonna do another like 2 minutes on that side, and then I'm gonna flip it back on this side for a minute, flip it on the other side for another minute, and it should be done. This is our shrimp. As you can see, it's got some butter. It's on tin foil, you see? It's got some butter in there and a little bit of garlic powder. And remember, we let it soak in the Italian dressing. So in just a second, I'm gonna close this thing up. I'm gonna make a pocket out of it, and then I'm gonna put it in our oven, and it's gonna cook. And it's gonna cook in that butter and garlic and Jesus, no! It'll be off the chisel. Ta-da! Okay. This is our blackened fish on a bed of rice there. Got some limes we're gonna squeeze on top of that there. Got our shrimp drowning in garlic butter. Yum, yum, yum. Got some beer. Oh yeah. So, I plated my food. And now, I'm about to eat the hell out of it, and then I'm going to the sleeper because I have to pull down 600 miles tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to end the video this way. One thing I forgot to mention to you. Another plus that makes them pay attention to me. There you go. One thing that makes them pay attention to me also is I never turn down loads. I don't give a shit if it's a good load, bad load, if I think it's good, if I think it's bad. All money good, number one. But I'm not a problem. You know? I mean, I handle my shit. Okay? I'm driving 2019 Volvo. That's gonna give me a little bit of problems, okay? So when I get ready to go back, they're gonna put me in another truck. What do you think they're gonna give me? They're gonna put me a piece of shit. What do you think? Hey man, y'all got to run, okay? If you have any questions, hit me up. You know I'm gonna respond. Here's your boop so I can eat and go to sleep. Here you go. Yeah, boop. Hey everybody, 50 Plus here. What do I do when my recruiter won't return my calls? They're lying to me. They don't have answers to the questions I'm asking. Problem is, once I get those questions, it's already too late. Industry standard. Once a recruiter has got you, they got you. You belong to them. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you my recruiter's information. Her name is Autumn, and if you're thinking about joining Swift, that's who I want you to contact. Give her a call. She's going to send you through the process. Eventually, you're going to wind up on a mentor's truck. When you get in that truck, you're going to be in that truck for $200. For $200, I want your phone in the bunk. If you're willing to do that, I'm going to send you a Blue Pirate headset. You need to let Autumn know 50 Plus sent you.